We're getting ready here, guys. Winner bracket semi-final in Group D. Oh, we have a sub, as it seems. Thank you, Fi. Oh my god, it's Fi, this subscriber here of the day. Thanks a lot, buddy. And you hear it in the background. You hear the chains rattle. We are ready to start the game, and it's loading. No NetEase TV bug. You see the studio on the left, Lucifer on the right, 120. But it's all about this Frostmourne. It's all about the trophy in the Gold Championship Series. The first map is Echo Alts, and we're joining right now. And I got the colors wrong. I'm so sorry about that. No. Lucifer playing in red. 120 with a blue, and now we can go live. A small adjustment here from my side. I will add the camera for the players again, because it's such a nice feature to have that NetEase is providing for us. You know the drill by now. Every day of the tournament starts like this. Lucifer on the right, 120, the Youngblood on the left. What a clash of generations this is. On the left, 19 years old. On the right, 30 years old. But okay, let's go in game. Lucifer in red, as I mentioned, with a fast hero and a late graveyard. So no Lich, no Ghoul tech. And on the other side, we have a very late altar. So he's playing usual Fiends, not the fast hero. And that might be an opening for Lucifer. I mean, he will go over to the base with Rods of Necromancy. Since there is a graveyard, there will be corpses. And you can harass with the skeletons from the Rods of Necromancy. And how will 120 defend this? Both players are going for the Death Knight. No Lich, no fast aggression. But of course, there's so much on the line here. You want to play it safe, and the Fiend play is definitely the safer route here. As we are on Ancient Isles, and as this is a Back to Warcraft broadcast, I have to tell you that there's a specialty on Echo Isles, and that is that there is only one shop. You see it here. Only one shop on Echo. That means only one player can get the invul potions. Of course, they have heal scrolls in their respective shops at their main base, so that's not the biggest option, but the invul potions are so important. You know the nuke, you know Nova, silence on top of things, and the right clicks from Fiends and Lich, so that's gonna be hard if you don't have the invul potion to sustain this. Of course you can go for heal potions, but that's not as good. Okay, here it is. The harass of Lucifer. 120 not doing that, but he's trapping the Death Knight of the old schooler, who is able to escape, go for the Acolytes, and 120 cannot afford to lose any of them, and that will result in a fast attack for Lucifer, I think. This harass doesn't cost too much, it's distracting, is getting some mining time off, and he doesn't risk anything. I like how Lucifer is playing this here, almost getting surrounded again. Two Fiends, of course, for 120, but the first Acolyte almost down. Will he send more skeletons in? I think it's a nice block from 120. Everything is blocked, the entire passage to the Acolytes. But finally he's able to squeeze one through the gold mine, but he's slowed now thanks to the Nerubian Tower, and all 5 Acolytes survive. That's a big thing, but how far is Lucifer's tech? Half a tech ahead he is. And that of course means a faster second hero. That of course means more pressure. So the early game turns out good for Lucifer. The downside is he has less Fiends than his opponent, and he can't really level. 0 experience from that. First little creep spot for 120, but he's going for the Echoes again, and he sends them in, and he kills the Acolyte. That is a big thing, because you don't... Oh, he has to cancel the tech! He has to cancel the tech, and that buys so much time for the former Meteor Makers player, Lucifer. So the Lich will be out very, very, very soon for Lucifer, and then he can work with it. He can work against the Fiends, trying to lower the numbers. His own Fiend numbers are rising, 26 food versus 23. And now the little skirmish here for the Ogre Magi begins. It is, of course, one of the most important creep spots on this map, since he provides... Oh, both going for the coil, 120 a little earlier. One of the most important creep spots on this map, because he provides a consumable item, big healing, big invul. Oh, a little too early with that coil, but Lucifer getting good experience here. Almost level 2. Oh, no, sorry, that's 120, of course, but Lucifer, level 1.5. Tomb of Agility, but not the big item just yet. Claws of Attack, of course, an amazing item for the Lich, but Lucifer without any drop so far. Echo Isle's a map where you can find 10 Claws of Attack if you're lucky and get all the spots, obviously. So we expect a high level Lich. Lucifer gets it and is almost level 2 now. This is a great arrest, but he's losing a lot of HP on his Death Knight now. Has to be careful, but he positions himself very, very carefully. Both Death Knights actually down. Who's gonna get the big one? Who's gonna get the item? Lucifer is in problems here. Has to Town Portal out, and 120 securing the big item, securing the big experience, but on the cost of a low Death Knight, and that's gonna bite him in the ass, since he has no healing on tier 1 and he had to cancel his tech to tier 2. Level 2 for him, at least he has the aura now. Big invul potion, that's a great drop. But yeah, tier 2 is finished. Immediately going for tier 3. Slaughterhouse is coming. The Lich not out yet and did not produce it. He focuses on statues and the tier 3 tech. I hope he didn't forget about it, or a ziggurat or something. Tier 2 for him is ready. No, he has a ziggurat here. So where is the Lich? There he is. And 120 playing it cool, playing it wise. Stealing creep spots of your opponent's side of the map will grant you time later on. But he has to be so careful about this Death Knight. He's almost level 3. And the timings of the coils is something that I've never seen in Warcraft. The precision of how 120 throws them and works with them is just absolutely amazing. The next spot on the side of Lucifer's map will be taken by his Chinese opponent. At the same time, he's going for the middle of the map. Reju Potion, very nice in this situation, to get back the HP that he needs and the mana that he needs. So Lucifer has scouted this creeping of 120, must be aware of this. And he gets level 3. Actually a big deal, because you can't fight if your opponent has level 3 and you have not. Nova on the Death Knight maybe? Yeah, there was one. And now will he run into the arms of Lucifer's Fiend army? There he sees him. And this might force him into a town portal. The Lich is approaching. And will he set another Nova? Will he save the mana or not? The Orb of Corruption is already out. You see the Nova coming, but immediately the coil to save things. And the second one, is the damage high enough of Lucifer? Can he get the big first blood from his opponent, apart from the Acolyte that he got in game number 1? Let's compare the gold mines. What did this harass actually get him? 9,100 and... Okay, that's actually 200 gold, not that much, but remember, the tech disadvantage for 120 is real. Half attack ahead Lucifer is at that point, and then the Chinese will finally have caught up. Burrow is coming, so Lucifer should get a dust, because there's no laboratory, there's no scan here. The Lich already at plus 11, going for the big Maggie. And there's a Cloth plus 9, and there is a Pendant of Energy. Both items that would be really, really good for the Lich. Also the Boots of Speed can be put to good use. There he gets it. Boots of Speed it is. It's nice to have a little more movement speed, to get away in tight situations. Lich for 120 is out as well. I think he prioritized it over the tech, because he he has to catch up in levels. And now it's a bit as if two Blade Masters were playing, because the Lich will provide a ton of damage, and 120 is lucky. 2 circlets, 2 claws, and the Gloves of Haste. He's still waiting for his orb though, and we see the Dark Ranger of Lucifer. 3, 2 heroes, and 1 obviously. We have plus 11 on the Lich of Lucifer, so that's kinda kinda equal. 120 is scouting this. No signs for an expansion yet at Lucifer's side. How far along is the destroy attack? It's almost finished. I don't think... Oh, the Lich! Invo Potion! Holy shit, I missed that. And the coil saves him, but the next Nova is killing the Fiend. Lucifer on the run here, on the way forward. Death Knight catching a lot of hits as well, but tanking that is okay. The next Nova, Burrow by 120, but not in time. Surrounding the Death Knight, maybe no, it's his own skeletons, but the Nova hits him. There's no town portal, and Lucifer, after catching 2 Fiends, losing his Death Knight, no healing anymore for him, and so he has to cancel this attack. This will be expansive. This will be very offensive. Too greedy with his Death Knight.
A player's forces are
and you get punished like immediately by a guy like 120. But there is no Dark Ranger for the Chinese yet, so no silence against this. That's Lucifer's advantage at this point. 47 food versus 39. The army is super low, but now he gets the Dark Ranger. Now he can try to find a fight. And try to find a Tome of Experience here, but no. Better safe than sorry, he thinks. No silence on the Lich, so no Nova at the moment. Death Knight once again positioning himself very, very offensively. While 120 is staying passive. And you see how many hits he catches on this Death Knight. He's blocking himself a bit. The statue's going down. Lucifer with a little micro mistakes here. Losing the statue is actually a big deal. But he's getting 2 Fiends again. Or the third Fiend here. The Dark Ranger is in problems. Coil catches her. No coil anymore for Lucifer. There's plenty of mana for 120. Lucifer has to get out. Lucifer has to get out here. He can't fight this. He has one more Nova. Maybe he can get the Dark Ranger. Looks like it. Is there a coil? Yes, there is. And 3 coils more. The Lich has mana as well. 8 something. He has to get out. He has to get out, but he's not realizing it. And now the tides have turned. Lucifer with 39 food. 47 for the Chinese. Nice coil again. This was his last one for quite some time. He's going for the hero kill again. Is there a no? Oh, he's losing 2 Fiends against this most likely. He needs a hero kill. But with what? With what? Killing Fiend after Fiend, and Lucifer is down to only his 3 heroes. Ay. Surround on the Lich. Beautiful. It's not that easy to pull it off with Fiends. Invo Potion being popped, but GG by Lucifer. That fight showed the dominance of 120 when it comes to micro. Lucifer had an edge in the first moments of this game with the skeleton harass, but you just saw how much better 120 is when it comes to micro. Definitely some wrong decisions here as well by Lucifer. That big loss of the Death Knight, that killed him in the end. Until that point, until the death of the Death Knight, he had an amazing game. He had a really amazing game. Killed an Acolyte, cancelled the attack, killed 2 Fiends in the early fight. But then one mistake, Death Knight dead, and that's where things spiraled completely out of control. So yeah, 1-0 for 120. We see a little highlight reel here again. The fight for the Magi. Yeah, that was the first good move by 120, focusing the Death Knight over and over and over, forcing him into a town portal, and that paid off later. Here comes the scene that I missed, kinda. Nuke out of nowhere, almost getting the Lich. Yeah, the comments of Foggy is, I just read it on W3 Arena's Twitter account, that Lucifer's big mistake is to go to 120's base without the town portal. Super risky. He got stuck there, and immediately the focus of the Lich. And the Lich was such a beast. So, overexposed and killed. Next map is Ancient Isles. While we see the end for Lucifer here in this fight. That's a nice thing about 120 as well. Not only the timing of his coils, but also the mana management. Lucifer just spammed his coils, I think, right at the start of the fight. And so in the end he ended up with 50 mana versus the 300 of 120's Death Knight. Here's the surround again. And we're waiting for the game to start. We're waiting for 120, who is not in the game just yet. I don't know what he does. Yeah, that is Lucifer, man. I think sometimes he plays absolutely great on one day, and sometimes he just isn't that great. He's very inconsistent, and that's where he struggles. He makes so many bad mistakes sometimes, and sometimes he just plays like a Gosu. I don't know. It's a grab back, and today seems not to be his day. 120 is in the game, and we go into Ancient Isles every second. So Fly on the Chinese commentary, still talking to the guy with the Game of Thrones shirt under the jacket. Alright. Inconsistent, sorry. Okay, 120 has some problems here, as it seems. He says, don't start. Oh no, he has to tweet. That's his reason? Alright. And Lucifer on the left, looking not too happy, looking tired as well. You see he's blinking a lot. That's a sign for being tired. And he looks kind of exhausted. Maybe the travel wasn't too good for him. I think they just told him, stop playing on your mobile phone and get ready, bitch. Okay, there he is. Everybody's ready, and we start the game. Lucifer here on the left, 120 on the right again. And in the middle, the sword that everyone desires to have. And I think... no, it's starting. No NetEase bug for me. Took some time, but it's working now. We're going in-game. And we have a donation. Thank you very much, WC AFK. I appreciate all the work you put into bringing great Warcraft 3 content to the community. It's really an amazing game, and you are making a great effort to show this to everybody. Thank you, WC AFK, for the kind words. And yeah, this is a game of beauty, and now we have two of the best players, two of the best undead players in the world colliding for the second time. Oops, the score is not updated. I don't know why. Okay. 120 leading 1-0. He definitely shows why he is the favorite, not only for this group, but also for the entire tournament, together with the three humans and Fly, of course. And maybe even Lin. But let's see about that when he faces Foggy. In the upper left of AI, we have him, 19 years old, 120. And in the bottom right, 30 years old already, from Korea, is Lucifer. I mean, basically everyone knows this guy. He was around like all the time, except when he went to the army for the 2 years. But apart from that, he has been there basically since day one. Maybe 120 was playing Hearthstone on this phone. Yeah, that might be right. He's been around forever, Lucifer, and I think it's nice to see that his shape is becoming better and better after all the slump he was in. Sometimes people made a joke out of him because he was playing so bad a few weeks in a row. But then he came back, won an IFAN Cup, and I think that's boosted his motivation for the things here. So Death Knight is out for Lucifer, but both players are going for an early Death Knight this time. And I'm curious if 120 is going for the harass as Lucifer did before.
A player's forces are under attack.
So the Scout Acolyte sees what's going on in the base. No tech just yet. Lucifer has an extra Acolyte ready. So if he loses one Acolyte in the harass, then he can still continue his tech since he has 5. But the same goes for 120 later on. Harass starts and you see the first Nerub Tower right up front to slow the Death Knight down immediately. He comes in with 4 skeletons. How much can he kill? How good is the multitasking of Lucifer? How good is the multitasking of a 120? He coils a skeleton to keep him alive. Death Knight right hits happen. And oh, Lucifer's not going for the arrest. He responds to the threat that is in his base here. 3 Acolytes almost dead. He has to throw a coil saving that one, but one will definitely die. If 2 Acolytes die, that would be horrendous. And he had to cancel the attack, I guess. Another coil saving another Acolyte. Good micro by Lucifer so far. But 120 is putting up so much pressure. The ghouls are helping, obviously. Another Acolyte saved. And now he gets some damage onto the Death Knight. He has to scare him away sooner than later. There's no rod anymore. He used all 4 charges. And now the damage is absolutely real. There's no coil anymore, so he has to live with what he has. 5 Acolytes still alive. He can continue the mine. Death Knight catching a lot of hits, but this Acolyte is death. The Acolyte is dead, so mining is slowed down. But speaking of slowed down, the Death Knight is slowed as well, but no surround. And he escapes here on level 1. Maybe he wanted it like this. Maybe he wanted a low Death Knight on level 1 because it would be very easy to resurrect him at that stage. And now the threat is over. No skeletons anymore. 120 is trying to get the last hit here, but Lucifer is there in time. 48 experience for him, 62 for 120. He killed a skeleton more or something. His tech looks good, but Lucifer did not stop his tech, and he is once again way ahead. Way ahead. His Death Knight is healthy. Let's compare the gold mines here. 10,400. Oh, that's a good 400 gold difference. That is 2 fiends. Or the immediate tech 2 tier 3. So 120 knows what's going on. He knows that he did okay. His Death Knight, well, it's not the healthiest one, but still, he can work with it. And he knows exactly where Lucifer is. Can he get the last hit with a coil? No, he didn't. Lucifer got it. Lucifer got it, and now he gets some more right clicks. No fiends for Lucifer just yet. He's really, really cheap with his units. Still no fiend. That is weird. 18 food for Lucifer. He has no resources. But he is mining with 5 Acolytes. Okay, that's weird. He had 0 lumber. That was a problem. And the Death Knight of 120 has to get away now. Even though it's just the Death Knight. There's no aura. But there's Boots, so he could have chased him. Tier 3 immediately. 18 food. What is Lucifer's tactic here? The Fiend count is 4-0 in favor of the Chinese. He wants the Death Knight so bad. Level up for 120 now. He has the aura, and therefore it's impossible to kill anything for Lucifer at the moment because the units are just faster. But maybe with the boots. Nah, nice positioning, nice blocking with the healthy Fiends. 120 is pulling all the correct strings here. And now Lucifer's Death Knight is low. Now he's producing Fiends and the Slaughterhouse.
Players' forces are under attack.
But you need a lot of Fiends. For web and for damage. Of course, the loser of this battle is not out. They will play the loser bracket semifinal versus either Foggy or Lin, which is the game that's following this one here. Tier 3 tech again, slightly advanced for Lucifer. The Lich is not out yet. I think I saw him, but apparently I didn't. That's finally level 2 for Lucifer as well, but 120 is way ahead. Out-leveled him here. Has the bigger damage output, has the faster creeping. While Lucifer is heavily relying on his skeletons at the moment. So finally Lucifer is building an army, but it's 30 food versus 40 already. 120 is supply stuck. He kind of forgot about the ziggurat here, but of course he needs a bank for the Orb of Corruption. And the third tier that he's gonna get at tier 3. Still no Lich for Lucifer. Seems like he highly prioritizes the level 3 Death Knight. And then goes for the Lich. Yep, there he gets it. Red spot for both players. Book of the Dead. As long as there's no Destroyer, this item is glorious. Of course, spawning it into the Acolytes would be the dream later on. But will he have the time for it? I doubt it. Where's the Death Knight of 120? There he is, Book of the Dead, and he takes the initiative, and he's doing exactly what I proposed. There it is, Book of the Dead, going for the ghoul immediately. Death Knight is out, and there is no Destroyer for Lucifer. This will take so much time to get rid of all the skeletons he uses here. Death Knight is low, the Lich will pop out any second. Coil saves the Acolyte, the tech is gone, so he can rebuild the Acolytes if he wants to. Or if he has to. Lich is out. And he's saving that Acolyte with a statue heal. Very well done by Lucifer. Now the Lich takes care. And the Skellies die. Good defense, and that granted him level 3. Dark Ranger, the lady in black, joins the battlefield for silence.
A player's forces are under attack.
But he will face a level 3 Lich with a level 1 Lich. That's of course horrible. 48 food for 120, there is level 3 on the other side. 39 food only for Lucifer, but he has the Orb of Corruption ready. For 120 we don't see that, but the Dark Ranger is carrying it now. That would be an opportunity for the Book of the Dead now, and even if he just triggers the town portal, it would totally be worth it. But 120 is coming again. You say never fight in an undead base, but if you're on Blight, the big advantage is gone. Then it's just the Nerub Tower and the Black Citadel. Whoa, he wants the Lich! He wants to surround the Lich! Silence on the Lich! But there is, oh, Book of the Dead being used here. Invu Potion and Coil saves him for now. Now the Dark Ranger of Lucifer, completely exposed. Is there a Coil for her? Yes, it is. And he forces the counter town portal and gets the Fiend. So, a little better for Lucifer this was. But he's still one level behind on the Lich, and he has to catch up. Maybe going for the Merc spot now, because he might have to take some risks here. Going for the Flute, going for, I don't know, Robe of the Magi maybe. But no, he's not doing that. One Watch Award. And since there's a Watch Award here, he knows where 120 is. 120 hurries up here, killing the Null with Coil Nova. How many pickups can he get? He's going for the creeps, not for the statues. They were kind of exposed, but the army only now joining in. So it's a little too late, and now the advantage is on 120's side. I think Lucifer gave away an opportunity here to do damage. But he's getting the experience, and that for the Lich is a nice thing. Little skirmish, Fiends versus Fiends. Both players at... Oh, and the coil arrives too late. That's actually rare, but this coil arrives too late as well. So trading Fiends here. Lucifer's Ghoul that he pulled for extra damage versus the Fiends is gone. The statue's in a great position. Dark Ranger's kind of low, getting healed. And still the big mana advantage on the Death Knight of 120. Mana management seems to be his key to victory at the moment. He has only one coil left. How many Novas are there? 2. It's only a level 1 Nova. Healed Scroll and wow, Pendant of Energy on the Death Knight. That is so nice, and that explains why he has so much more mana. Nova into the Fiends again. Can he get the counter kill? No, this time the call arrives in time. Silence on Lich, but it wears off. So he's ready for some Nova again. Ah, the coil. Once again too late. The Nova, of course, 0 casting time. So you can't expect them to come like a coil or something. And that's it. Yeah, he loses Fiend after Fiend after Fiend. And Lucifer losing this winner bracket semifinal with ease. Once again, he took a fight that he could not win against a higher level Lich. I don't know why he stayed in there. Once again, running away would have been the better option, I guess. Very unspectacular, very dominant performance by 120. He undermined why so many people love his playstyle. He undermined why he is one of the favorites in this game. And I'm calling Ugri again to see what he has to say about this. Maybe he caught some reactions from the players. And
Hello?
there's Ugri. Hey!
Yeah. So, as expected, it was a little too strong for Lucifer, this one.
Yeah, I think Lucifer did pretty big mistakes. And I think he didn't feel comfortable there on stage. At least he looked like it.
Well, I don't know about him being on stage, but he didn't look very confident before going, and because for him this is the best undead at the moment, and this is not his best matchup, and he never played against him, so I mean the odds were not very good, and he didn't look very confident. So maybe he will do better against the loser of Foggy versus Lin.
Yeah, Foggy and Lin, we saw the picture that you tweeted with the handshake.
Yeah, shaking.
Yeah, exactly, the handshaking. So, what happened in between the last call and now?
Well, you know, there is an admin of I think NetEase, but a lady that speaks English and take care of Foggy all the time. So she's very protective of him. She says, "Oh, Foggy, you should eat more. Foggy, you should relax now. Foggy, you should prepare." It's very cute. So this lady bring him to the stage after game 1. Well, when game 2 looked dead, she told him, "Okay, now you come with me. We go to the stage." And Lin was like, "All right, I just go. I come back." He had an assistant bringing his stuff everywhere with him, and he was like, "No, he's really." I mean, somebody on Twitter said, "Oh, he pretends to be relaxed." And I said, "No, I swear, 100%. He's completely cool. It's very impressive. He's no worries from him. Even if he loses 2-0, he's going to be happy afterwards. That's for sure."
Yeah, he played so much competition. I think he's used to it.
Yeah. I think it's everyday's business for him, and it's no problem. What happened since then? Well, Foggy after the first game was over, and I think like he felt like it was going to be his turn, and he put his shirt, his jacket, I don't know, but how do you call that? His hood. But and then like he transformed a little bit, like he was. I can feel the tension more.
Okay.
Just before, so he's not like clean. He's like more tense, I think. I don't know if it's going to be a bad thing, but yeah, he has his keyboard and he's in his mouth, and it's like I told him like to think like he's at home and he's the same as everybody every day. Like when he beats him from his computer at home, he can do it. He can do it on stage. So let's hope. Yeah. Let's hope he's not too stressed on stage, because he didn't train on the stage yet. Like Yumiko yesterday, 2 hours before, he was training on the stage. To feel the atmosphere of the stage, you know. He's the only one I saw doing that, actually. Everybody else is staying in the practice room, but Yumiko went very early and did that. So for Foggy, it's the first time he goes to the stage room. So we'll see. I hope he was very happy to see the tweets and the comments and the support. So I was showing him everything. I stayed with him, and he's really nice guy. They all call him a reporter, like I said yesterday, and everybody likes him, and like they should, and he was very happy about the support.
All right, the final impressions before the match that we've all been waiting for. Lin versus Foggy is coming up. Thank you, Ugri, for the report again. I will call you after Lin versus Foggy for the impressions.
All right.
Okay, enjoy the game and hear from you in an hour or so. Ugri, the W3 Arena reporter, you see the Twitter feed here that he is providing, twitter.com/W3Arena_net. You will find Ugri's tweets there. Very interesting here. I had a good laugh because of this tweet here. Lin tired because of many trips from Beijing to Shanghai and also the snoring of Lucifer last night. So they actually share a room, as it seems. We go into a small commercial break and then we'll be back. We will be back. Foggy, Lin. Finally, it's going to happen.